Hello there, guys. This is my next video. I'm gonna rant here because there's a lot that's bothering me that's been happening. And I'm talking about race swapping and gender swapping, where they take a character and they just swap them. Like if it's a male character, we're gonna make it a woman. If it's a a white character, we're gonna make a black and or a minority. Because I guess in their minds they're thinking, oh, we're gonna give them opportunities, but I don't see it as opportunities. Like I said, I've been saying this. It's become a fucking meme. How many characters are swapped? Like they're talking about doing X Men. You know, if they ever do another X Men, we're gonna make Magneto black and Professor X black. Why? The big part of Magneto's fucking story is the Holocaust, and the excuse is, well, they're too old and mutants age slower most of the time. And for fuck's sake, it's a comic book movie. I can get over stuff like that. And mutants age slower. There you fucking go. Leave them the fuck alone. That's a big part of their story. And the X-Men already is one of the probably the most diverse team. You got everyone from every pretty much background. And then you got the Xavier's school too. You include that. It's pointless. You don't need to swap them. You got black characters to use. That's my big problem. Is like, especially with the comic book movies, because it's like these companies have black characters they can fucking use. DC, oh, we're gonna race swap Black Canary instead of you have Vixen. Use her. You use Yeah, Vixen's like the biggest example, and yeah, she wasn't in the Birds of Prey, but it's a comic book movie. They're allowed, like, you can change certain things. I don't see the big deal in that. It actually, why do you need to take an established character and make her black just to, I don't know, feel good about yourself? And I think that's all it is. It's just so they can feel good about themselves and to give themselves a pat on the back when you don't have to do that. They don't. I see this honestly as a nefarious thing because the way I see it, like, they don't want to put the work in like making a good character. So they're just like, we're going to take, unless, like, what, for example, with women, unless it's an established character from an established franchise like Alien, Predator, Halloween, not Predator, Halloween, like Laurie Strode or someone like that, where she's already a name. And or from an established universe like DC and Marvel. Unless it's from those two situations, they don't feel comfortable doing new characters. And I think it's the same with black people. They don't want to put the work in. So we're just going to take an established character who's white and, or something, and we're just going to make them black. Because, it does two things. It brings in the people, because they know what the franchise or IP is. And we make these groups feel better, even though I don't think it does. It just shows me you don't trust women and black people to make you money fucking organically, i.e. just making a new character, which I know it might take some work. I know some characters did take a while to be liked. I'm not the biggest Ahsoka fan, but Ahsoka from Star Wars, it took a while for people to like her, but they ended up liking her because they wrote her good. And then I think that's all you have to do with these characters. You just got to write them well. But you don't want to put the work in. You want to just do the quick, get rich quick thing. Like, oh, we could do two things. We're just going to make this character black, even though he was white. But you don't want to put the work in and just bringing up a new black character. Like the X-Men. You don't even have... Why do you have to make Magneto Professor X black? You got black characters in the X-Men. Fuck. Or, for example, I think another thing for me, why it bothers me, is I'm a comic book head, and very much like, if these characters are white in the comics and just or they're black in the comics or whatever, or a male, keep them that. You don't have to swap. I don't want them swapped, because then I'm like, then it's not. I want to see these characters brought to life on the big screen. Look at Henry Cavill as Superman. Look at Ben Affleck as Batman. It's like, those are examples of characters brought on the screen. I mean, do I have a problem with Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther? I didn't like his movie, but I'll say, he was Black Panther. They got that aspect right, There are these characters that we've read all these years to be finally brought on the screen, like, right. I want that feeling, but you're not going to give it to me because you just want to feel good about yourself and virtue signal about, well, we're just going to make this character a woman or for no fucking reason. No fucking reason. You don't want to put it just I know I'm going to repeat myself a lot in this just cuz the main point should stand. They don't want to put the work in on these characters unless it's established cuz then they don't have to work at all. They don't I've it's like fucked up. You don't trust that you can make an organic black or female characters from the ground up. You want to just take it's just lazy Hollywood. It's fucking lazy and it's dumb and you don't want to put the work in. You don't want to put the time in. You don't want to do anything like that. You want to just have this quick moment of feeling good and then it's frustrating, especially being a comic book fan or just fan in general. It's like I said, it's become a meme. It's like who's the next to be race swapped and gender swapped? You know? Like they're talking about literally doing the Wonder Years, which I'll admit I never watched. I heard of the name, but we're gonna do a reboot with black people. Good job, Hollywood. Let's not do an organic series with black people. No, we're just gonna take a show with the name and then just put black people in it. Or I think I don't know how long ago, but they did like a Party of Five reboot, but with Latino people. It's like really, you don't want to give Latino people an actual show? I get some people like, Trey, it's minor. No, I'm sick of this shit. I want organic black and female and etc. characters. I'm tired of this shit. This like, we gotta do it, but with black people or with women. It's lazy as fuck. And another thing that's been bothering me, I've been noticing the past few weeks, the actor who voiced Cleveland from Family Guy, his name's Mike Henry, I think, stepped down from voicing Cleveland because I guess he feels like black actors should voice black characters, even though voice acting is much different. You have examples like Phil Lamar, who's a black man who's voiced, I think, almost probably all races and or not humans. Because I mean, I think he was the voice of Mojo Jojo in Powerpuff Girls. He's voiced a lot of people that are not his skin color. It's kind of getting scary that they want to you basically want to segregate voice acting. You want to segregate acting. Because I mean, even in recently, I'm gonna bring this up. Halle Berry stepping down from a transgender role. Why? You're acting. You're supposed to play someone you're not supposed to. You're not actually. So should we get an actual giant green guy to be the Hulk? Do we need an actual Kryptonian to be Superman? And I know they're like, we can make this fucking stupid. Do we need actual? What about a movie with a pedophile? Do you want actual pedophiles now? Like, I can go fucking extreme with this shit. Like, if we don't stop. It's acting. Like, I get what skin color. If a character's black person should play him. I understand that. But something like it's frustrating. It really is. And I like the way I look at it. I call it positive segregation, and that's what these people think it is. We're basically doing that, but it's for good reasons, though. No, it's scary. It's kind of scary to me. Where we're fucking going. Voice acting is voice acting. I mean, even with The Simpsons, we're not going to have Hank Azaria, I think his name. He's no longer going to voice Apu, and we're not going to let white characters. Even though, first of all, they're fucking yellow, by the way. So that destroys that whole thing. And all you did was you just killed the hype for these shows. Because there's many black people and minorities who are calling this out. Because they just see it's fucking ridiculous. Voice acting is voice acting. Why are we segregating voice acting, man? Should we get an actual crippled to voice a crippled character in a cartoon? Even though it's a cartoon, it shouldn't matter. It's getting ridiculous, dude. I'm kind of tired of it, and I gotta call it out. Fuck you, Hollywood, or whoever is peddling this shit. And going back to race swap, fuck gender and race swaps. Make original characters. And leave the characters I love a fucking alone. Leave them the fuck alone. I just gotta get that out there. I'll probably do another video sometime this week. Talk to you guys next time. Peace.